6 o'clock, call the meeting to order. Please rise for the pledge and also the prayer. I pledge allegiance. Little prayer, Mr. Reed.
Lord God, Almighty Father, creator of mankind and author of peace, as we're ever mindful of the cost paid for the liberty we possess, we ask you to bless the members of our armed forces, give them courage, hope, and strength. May they ever experience your firm support, gentle love, and compassionate healing. Be their power and protector, leading them from the darkness to light. To you be all glory, honor, and praise now and forever. May the 13 members of the military who were killed in Iran rest in peace, and may perpetual light shine upon them. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Mr. Reed. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Chief Hernandez. James Sheremy.
Here.
Harley Stelly.
Here.
Lauren Gonzalez.
Here.
Brian Bartholomew.
Here.
Michael Ciano.
Here.
Okay, we have a full quorum. We want to welcome y'all March the 25th. We've got a little crowd tonight. Appreciate y'all coming. Again, we're going to be going through the meeting, and we got some good news for the town of Grand Isle, so we're going to get started. Right now, item 3, special presentation. Chief, would you want to do that now?
We can, Mayor, if you like, or a report, but Mayor and Council, I'd like to give a few of my officers and jailers a certificate, if I can take the stand.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, Mayor, Council, we do a lot in the police department, and I can't say enough on the officers we have and jailers that does a fantastic job. It's, we get a lot of praising all for the chief. Well, look, without my backbone that's behind me, we can't do it alone. And of course, with Mayor's blessing and the councils, you're always there to help us out and everything we need. But there's a few awards I'd like to hand out tonight. And I'd like to start out with Grand Isle Police Department 2025 Supervisor of the Year presented to Linda Vargas for performing a significant act of service that is deserved of special recognition and explicit devoted to our community. And I'd like to call up Linda Vargas, please.
Come on, Linda.
Stand up over there. I'm gonna get y'all up. Here you go. Yep. Next would be the Grand Isle Police Department 2025 Jailer of the Year presented to Cammie Moffitt for performing significant acts of service that is deserving of a special recognition and specified devotion to the community. Cammie Moffitt. Next, we have Grand Isle Police Department 2025 Police Officer of the Year presented for performance significant of act service that is deserving of a special recognition, specifies devotion to the community. John Combs. And John is not only a police officer, but he did make corporal because we depend on him. Which, and look, he come a long ways. He really did, all the way from Nebraska. So I'm proud to have them on board without them. And, like I said, Linda does a lot for us as our supervisor for the jailer. And Cammie never turns down anything, especially when it comes to female search. I'm sorry. But and I would like to have a group photo with the mayor and the council, if y'all don't mind.
Yeah,
Yep.
absolutely.
Like to call up my Assistant Chief Keith Besson also in the photo.
All right?
Yes, sir. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate everyone, and, so I'd like to give out the report for the Grand Island Police Department report from March 6th to March 19th.
We gotta stay on,
Total call-outs, 95.
we gotta stay on the agenda, I believe.
Yeah,
Oh, we,
yeah, let's hold up here, please.
okay, all right.
All right, let's move on to person requests, Madam Clerk.
There was,
Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry, there was one, I'm sorry, I didn't fill it out, it was from last meeting. And that was with the, give me 1 second here. Huh? It was with the
Fitna?
birding.
Yes, and she's already gotten with the police department, and she spoke, and
okay,
she's
she-
all good.
Okay, because she just asked that we read it out to them and get approval from the mayor and council part,
You
because
can
they
go
do it
ahead,
every
but I
year.
already told her yes, and she
Okay.
already got with the police department.
Okay, so they are approved for
Mm-hmm.
those dates.
Yep.
Let's go with the mayor.
I don't think we
Good.
have to
Yep.
approve on that anyway.
No,
that's
this is
the
for the
red knot
birding, I'm
bird.
sorry.
That's the
This was
birding.
for marking the red knot birds on the beach. They want to put vehicles on the beach, so. It's my understanding they're going to get with the police department, tell them when they arrive, how long they'll be, and what they're doing.
Okay.
Okay.
Minutes for approval, February 25th, 2026, town council meeting.
Okay, if any,
Make a motion, we approve.
James, any second? By Laura, all in favor, signify. Any
Aye.
opposed, so be it.
Minutes for approval, March 11th, 2026, town council meeting.
Make a
Make a
motion,
motion.
we approve.
Moved by James,
Second.
second by Holly, all in favor, signify. Any
Aye.
opposed, so be it. Okay?
Next on the agenda is professional reports, Grand Isle Police Department.
What was that?
We only had 2 council people at the last meeting.
Yeah.
That's not a meeting.
Correct. That's why we had meetings showing that we did not have a quorum.
It says on here, no meeting on our paperwork.
Right.
So we still had to approve it. It shows no meeting because of lack of quorum, so we had to approve that. It was on that meeting.
Okay.
All right. Mr. Chris, you could give your report.
Okay. Council and the public.
Go ahead.
Okay, Grand Island Police Department for March 6th. This ain't working, nobody
What's that?
working. Okay, maybe.
Close to you.
Report from March 6th to March the 19th. Total call-outs, none. That's not. Better. Total call-outs, 95. Medical and fire, 15. Total citation, 40. Total violations, 49. 39 speeding, including 1 speeding in school zone. 5 no driver's license. 2 no license plate obstruction. 1 no insurance. 1 expired driver's license. 1 no seat belt, front passenger. Total arrests 8, summons 2. 8 arrests, charges 12. 1 JPSO fugitive, warrant. One possession with intent to distribute marijuana, 1.75 pounds, felony. One manufacturing marijuana, 1.75 pounds, felony. One possession of firearm, felony. One theft, felony. 4 immigration detained, misdemeanor. 1 contempt of court, misdemeanor. 1 speeding, misdemeanor. 1 no driver's license. Summons 2, charge 2, 2 possession of marijuana. Court fines paid, $9,881.85. Golf cart tag sold, $21,750. Tag sold in 26, $69,450. Tag sold in 25, $372,675. Any questions from the board, the audience?
I have because I'm guessing one of this is for him, but the building inspector, do we have a building inspector as of now? And is he still part of the town employees?
Ian Caulfield is in the building department.
So he's the head of it? And then what's happening with the building inspector with everything going on?
That would be legal involvement.
Okay.
So Ian's working with our guy,
Ian is working with our building official.
right?
Okay.
He reviews what's going on.
Okay. I just wasn't sure. Okay.
Of course.
Okay? Any questions for the chief?
Nope, good job, Chief.
Great job. Thank you, Chris.
Thank
Great
you.
job. Okay, engineers, Joe, we're at Grand Isle Shipyard.
Good evening, Mayor, Town Council, Joe Chauvin, GIS Engineering. We've currently got one project under construction with FEMA. That is the replacement of the maintenance building roof. He's pretty much got it all stripped down to the laminate and a repair and some damaged wood underneath. Anticipation completion date, April 24th. Hopefully he can finish before then, but that's the time allotted for this. A couple of other updates. Fencing quote for the repairing of the parks, that's going out at the end of next week. We're putting these quotes out. Baseball and softball lights, we have the brackets figured out, so we are putting that package together. I'll say another 2 to 3 weeks, we'll have that on the street as well. I'm waiting on the engineer's cost estimate to see if we have to go to public bid or we can issue requests for quotes. The current allowed limit is $260,000 in this fiscal year for issue of quotes. Community Center, Councilman Sharamy, we're still not getting no traction with FEMA. They are not being responsive. I mean, we're still in a government shutdown, but we're going to keep hacking away at it and everything. I know at our previous meeting, on-site meeting, you asked to get a cost estimate on demolition, not knowing if they'll allow us to take the slab out underneath. That's going to drive the price a little bit higher than anticipated. So next meeting, I'll give you a cost, leaving the foundation, the slab in versus taking the slab out. I will have that for you, sir.
Thank you.
Um,
But FEMA is shut down right now.
Yes, sir, it is.
So
Yeah, government,
we're not
yes. Yeah, so they're not going to be responsive. I mean, last correspondence I had with them was a yes, we're shut down, just yes, because I asked the question and we have it on record. Capital outlay, we're still in session right now. We checked the books, we're going to have to do a little work, but none of our capital outlay requests are on this House bill right now. So we need to push our representatives, our delegation, to see if we can get one of the 3 out on there. We're trying hard for this, but it's a tough session right now, so they're going through a bunch of amendments. All right, we're going to jump over to the Grand Island Vicinity Breakwater Project. So we were informed that the bids got pushed back from the 17th until the 31st of March. The reason was that the Corps engineers had some language in their construction documents they needed to add in, and that was the PLA language. That's for a project labor agreement. That's stuff to do with the the labor unions and stuff like that. So they are anticipating to open up bids the 31st. The environmental assessment, all the comments have closed out. They have no significant comments whatsoever, so they don't see that stopping the project. They are waiting on a water certification from DEQ that can come in at any time. And currently, right now, I know y'all have been asking if how much funding it's going to take to do this. Their engineers estimate this project between $35 million and $45 million. The Army Corps of Engineers has a available fund of $57 million. If they come higher than $57 million, the administration will require, got some extra funding from CPRA of $20 million. So we have backlog to support that 57 and greater if need be. They don't anticipate using the 57. They think their estimate's strong, and that's what it's going to fall into. Any questions so far on that?
The only thing, explain to the public about how, the advance.
So,
To open the bids.
thank you, Mayor. So right now, their schedule is open bids on the 31st, review them, have the contract in place by mid-April, beginning of May, first rock to hit the water in June. A very aggressive schedule. So hopefully they can have their contracts executed and we hit the ground running on that. So they got a lot of bidders on that project, a lot of attention. So hopefully on the 31st, actually, I'm going to call and see where they open bids at. I might attend to sit in there and just listen, read the bids out loud so I can report directly back to y'all as soon as I find out where they open them at and what time. They did have a site meeting on the 17th, so they did have contractors come out here and ride the beach and look at the breakwaters and see where they have to place them at. Any other questions about this project?
So it'll be one general contractor will bid to purchase from the quarry, transport to Grand Isle.
So the contract, haven't read the documents, but like it was last time, was the contractor shall supply and install riprap as according to the plans and specifications of the contract. So it should be one contractor buying the rock, installing the rock, installing them. If they have subs, they'll have subs, but the Corps' got strict guidelines on having a percentage of subs on a contract.
And does it specify the size of the rock?
I don't have my information with me, sir, but I can get you that. Yes, it does specify.
Okay.
It's going to be some bigger stone than what we have. So, but I will get you that information. I left my plans on my desk.
I was going to thank you.
Some Grand Isle Independent Levy District updates. Landry's Hole and Cypress Pump Station, they anticipate advertisement for these two pump station extensions within 30 days. So both of these pump stations are going to get additional deck installed with a 24-inch pump at both locations. So Jefferson Parish is bidding this project out. Like I said before, we anticipate advertisements within the next 30 days. Projects under construction for the Grand Isle Independent Levy District, we have the Reach 2 levee alignment. That's the levee alignment from Hebert Street that wraps around the front side of the Gulf, and it ties back into the West Central Pump Station. We're looking to give the notice to proceed April 6th to get that work started. And they just took bids in yesterday for the Bayside Breakwater Renourishment. They had a total of 10 bidders that went for this project, and we came in under budget by roughly $750,000. So apparent low bidder, and we still under review, and legal needs to review this, is Laura Crosby, and they came at $5.2 million to do this work. So that's to renourish all the breakwaters from Schneider Caminada to behind the wildlife facility right here. Fifi Island breakwaters will be the next one to go out to bid to renourish those. We anticipate in another 3 weeks having that wrapped up and placed out for bid. That will complete my update. If we got any questions or comments.
And by the way, we got the 10% from Joe Ozeron, Timmy Kerner Jr., and Timmy Kerner Sr. as a representative. They found the money for the 10% for us to match to put the rocks on the backside. So just remember that we put these rocks in 2000 on the north side of the island. And in the meantime, we did our survey work every storm that came. And FEMA grabbed it and said, we're going to give you some money to keep it higher up. So to get the 10% match, we really worked hard on that, and we got them to push it. And I want to compliment Representative Timmy Sr. and Joe Ozeron and Pat Connick for putting this together, working closely with the parish and working things out, especially working with the council and the levee board. So that's going to be a big project to renourish the rocks on the north side. And like I said, that was something that we worked on pretty much, and it went through. And like I said, working together as a team through the parish and through the council and the levee board and even the port commission. Just listen tonight to all the projects between the levee board, the town, and the port commission. You'd be surprised. We're probably the top ones in one of the states, Louisiana, that's got a lot of projects for small people in our little island, meaning the residents we have. The numbers is unbelievable. But working together with all the agencies and the ideas that we have, it makes all the difference in the world. So to get that 10%, working with with the state treasury and working through the governor's office, it worked out, and we're so excited to work that together. So I want to let you know that we've been telling you we're going to work on that, keep an eye on that. So that's going to be rocks on both sides, putting in the water. You heard what he said. The bids came in yesterday for the north side. The cores on the south side. So it's coming. It's going to be protected on both sides, and we're on top of that. So I just want to throw that in, that we did get that 10%.
So that 10% is, you're talking $520,000.
So roughly it's 666, because the 10% was based off the estimate of 6 million some change.
Right.
So that was a supplement. Y'all had 10% match, and the levy district had a 10% match, and the mayor and the levy district had a fight to get it extended again because of the delays with FEMA, making sure that we had everything in place. So there's 10%'s there. It's going to supplement coming out of pocket that $600-something thousand.
In other words,
And y'all had it as well for the town.
Exactly.
So it's up to $1 million match. They call it 10%. So y'all had it. It's 10% or $1 million. So y'all had y'all match.
That's a big thank you to our representatives.
That's what I'm talking about. You listen to the project this man's talking
Yeah.
about, the levy board and us as a team. It's amazing what's going to happen here. They love Grand Isle. They want to save Grand Isle. We finally got the right administrations all the way up, and that's going to make a big difference. You're going to see a big difference and protect our community on both sides with rocks.
I do want to add something. I did get a video right there on LA1. We call it Dogri, where there's no protection. I do have that video. I am going to share that with different people within Jefferson Parish and Lafourche Parish, just to see what we can do to get some type of protection there, because, that is out of our parish, but that road is our way in and out to our home. So I do have that video. I'm going to share it with Jefferson Parish. I'm going to share it with people at Lafourche and South Lafourche Levy District to see what we can do to get this, I know the Levy District had an intergovernmental agreement between them and Lafourche Parish about putting some rocks in Bayou Thunder at one time. We may have to do something like that, have to come together and work together as a team between the Levy District and the town and get this little area hemmed up, because we are going to end up losing that road, not from a hurricane, but from a north wind, because the water is coming clean over the sides. And if y'all ride and notice, asphalt and salt water don't mix, and you can see on that that northbound lane, it is taking a beating.
Also, I recall initially, there was supposed to be a third phase to the bridges, one now coming from Golden Meadow to Leeville, Leeville to Fouchon, and then phase 3, Fouchon to Grand Isle.
So
Is anyone discussing that?
currently phase 2 right now is from, and y'all seen this, in the 4-lane in Golden Meadow, and it's going to tie into, I call it the Fouchon Freeway, where you make that hard left to come to the island where they got that extension where all the work barges at. That's phase 2. I'll ask the LA1 Coalition about phase 3, because we do coordinate with them on different items. I'll ask that, what is phase 3 and when it would happen?
Yes, because phase 2's completion date, approximately a year from now?
September
In the middle of next
September
year,
of 2027.
2027.
27.
Yes, sir. So
a
hopefully
year and a half.
they are picking up speed. I know they're fixing to go through some bit of marsh and everything, but they have been working steady. I know I got a couple guys working out there right now, and they do work nights, so they work around the clock sometimes to get this concrete in place and the piles driven.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. That'd be it. Anybody got any
Thank you,
questions or
Chief.
comments?
Thank you so much.
The upgrade on the land use whole pump, are you including putting another culvert on there?
Yes. So we are, actually, Councilman Ciano, we've met, and with the levy district as well. We are going to take care of that. When that time comes, when that bid comes in, we're going to add that into the contract, and we'll get with Councilman Ciano and yourself to make sure that we can get that squared away, where we're not drowning that backside from Landry's Hole towards Santee Lane, Ludwig, and that area.
We don't put a bigger culvert that pump just no cavity.
Yes, sir, I know, I understand. So we're working on that.
We
as
walk
soon-
that area out.
So as soon as that comes in, I know we did walk it with Mr. Lanas too, and we did view that area. So once the bids come in, we will make that adjustment.
Okay.
Could you give us the status on the Bayou Thunder grant?
So
See,
Bayou
now
Thunder
that-
right now, I was waiting for my report from my engineers. We're still, Bayou Thunder, we're still working, trying to get the preliminary design deliverable was sent in on December 12th. I will get you an update on that project. And Fifi Island, we're scheduled to be completed with that final design of the third quarter of '26. So I could talk a little bit about Fifi Island. Fifi Island has different items in it. We talked about dredging a channel from the Caminada Bridge all the way to the Bayou Rigo Channel as a bar pit, pumping the soil and the sediment into different areas and making a ridge on Fifi Island. And we have several different features of some breakwaters and things like that to protect the northeast side of Fifi Island. And we are doing a rock dike with a little fish dip on the western end of Fifi Island as well. So I'll get you I'll get you a report next time. I didn't have the update from my engineers today to give.
And just to go back over on Bayou Thunder grant, so the designs have been delivered, we expect them to be approved by
I gotta
September
get you that.
26th?
I gotta get you that update, sir. I
Right,
can't.
but it's approval what we're waiting on, correct?
Yeah, so you just did the design work. Now you got another part of the grant where you come in there and you apply for the construction funds. So it's a different grant. So these two grants are by NIFWIT, and Quipper has a little bit of interest in the Bayou Thunder grant as well, because they want to build more marsh, but Quipper is not they want to see marsh. They're not a rock grant type of agency. We're working with them to make sure that we can have all facets of this project secured when we go to construction. We only might get half the project funded, so we'll do half of a construction project. And Quipper may throw some money in. We're still in coordination with them, working out that in details. But I will get you an update at next meeting, or if I come back to the island, I'll personally hand you one.
Thank you, because that'll protect a large portion of the Grand Isle Incorporation.
I'm just gonna give y'all a heads up too. Y'all need to start looking at Elmer's Island, because we're fixing to lose that. Because they got a resilience, Fouchon Resilience is doing breakwaters from Bell Pass all the way to the parish line. So what happens when we stop at the parish
So
line?
you're talking about from Bayou Thunder coming toward Caminada Pass?
Yeah,
That's what
they're
we're
not
talking
gonna have no rocks. They
That's what
stopping
we're-
at Bayou Thunder, that's the parish line.
You're gonna stop on the beach side.
On the beach side, on the Gulf side. That's what they're shooting for. So we gotta throw this in a queue with Jefferson Parish.
Right.
We gotta make sure our delegation puts this in.
Right.
This is the time to put it in there for when y'all go back to Washington, we can start talking about this. The legislation can put bills together to make sure that we have the funding for these breakwaters. Because as soon as they stop at Bayou Thunder, the same thing's gonna happen what it happened to over here by Bridgeside. When they stop, we lose beach. You lose that point on Elmer's Island, Caminada Pass is gonna open up tremendously, my opinion.
Fouchon comes next.
Well, Fouchon's gonna be, they got it designed where they have rocks, so it's gonna stop. It's just gonna get worse, so
We're
that's
just
why.
dealing with two different parishes.
So what we gotta do is just let Jefferson Parish know. I have an email I have to send to them and just give them a heads up as well.
Now, is not all of Elmer's Island from Caminada Pass to the parish line, does that all belong to the state? And is
That's the
not
wildlife refuge, sir.
the wildlife fisheries? It's a bird sanctuary, is it not?
It's a refuge. I don't know if
A
it's a bird
refuge.
sanctuary. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm only say yes because
Yeah.
sanctuary, you can't really go over there and shoot anything. I mean,
Right.
it's a safe haven for animals.
And
So, but I'll get you some information. We're starting to work on that behind the scenes so we can be prepared for whenever this is finished. We're gonna have to work together and tackle that.
understood, yes.
All right, thank y'all.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Joe. Okay. All right, town department heads, call us. Thank y'all so much. You and the crew working around. Every time we needed y'all, y'all were there, the whole team. Thank you. All right, Mr. Ronnie, where to go? Restore Grand Isle. Garden Club, Restore Grand Isle, call it.
Thank you, Council and Mr. Mayor, for the time. Wanted to give a report on the new life rings that we put out on the beach. We have numbered all of the life rings from the state park to Bridgeside. And the new life rings are on number 14 through 49. That's the highest concentration of traffic, and where they were put was to accommodate that. But we still have some of the old ones that are still out. We are waiting for shipment to come in. It's been delayed, and as soon as it does, we'll complete the beach. However, the beach is ready for the summer. The Garden Club has furnished the material to replace the speed limit signs that were stolen. The posts and the signs were taken, and we had posts that were left over from when James and I had done the crossings, and we had signs left. Carlos put them in place, did a good job, and that made the beach ready for the summer. We have one little job left to do, and that's with the old signs for the crossings. The signs are in good shape, but the sand has built up around them where you can't read them. So the Garden Club's going to go in and pull the sand away from the signs and clear the area around where the crossing signs are.
Been doing that for the last 2 days, Ron. Cleaning them up.
Well, you're doing good. Thank you. That means I don't have to go. That's right. Okay, good. The other thing is we have Love the Boots coming up. Mr. Billy Nungesser sent a package to us with all the supplies, and we're going to meet just before the thing gets started. It's from 9 to 12 on April the 18th in the parking lot in the front of the multiplex. And we have enough supplies for as many people that want to come. So we're good to go with that. We're going to try to get the kids involved, and we're going to try to get them to do the beach so that they're not around the highways or traffic. So we'll discuss all of that when we meet before April on the 18th. Any questions?
Thank you, great job, thank you.
We're good.
Thank you, Mr. Veronica.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay. Mr. Weller-Danos? Yes, sir. Manal Port Commission?
Good evening, Mayor Commodale, members of the Town Council, members of the general public. I'm Weldon Danos with the Grand Isle Port Commission. I have several key activities I would like to review tonight. As Joe mentioned a while ago, the 2026 legislative session has begun in Baton Rouge at the state capitol. That session began March 9th, and it's going to run till June 1st. The Grand Isle Port Commission has submitted 2 projects for capital outlay funding. And when you look at these 2 projects, the overall premise is to promote economic development, attract businesses, and provide new jobs. You know, we've been in a repair mode now for 5 years since Ida. We're wrapping that up, and now we want to get into something new here. The first project request is to install a new drainage pump station at our commercial dock property. Since we built the new pier and bulkhead, that property now does not have a means to drain back into Bayou Rego. So when we get rainfall, we can have flooding. So the option here is to install a new pump station with a collection system, an underground collection system throughout the commercial dock area. And this is going to improve drainage due to flooding from rainfall. The preliminary design has been completed, and Jefferson Parish has offered to do the matching fund. Also, Jefferson Parish has paid the $40,000 engineering fee in order to design this project. So Jefferson Parish has helped us thus far. Again, this project is $1.8 million. The second project is an overall Grand Isle Port facility improvement project for $750,000. And what we want to do is put in some additional lighting, improve parking, and additional security cameras to protect the existing facility we have in place along with the new pier and bulkhead. These 2 projects, though, yet have not been included in House Bill number 2. And so we're going to have to continue to go after this funding. This week was an important week, is an important week. There's a lot of things shifting around because of the surplus funds that are available this session. There's a lot of negotiating going on. I spoke to Representative Ogeron this morning, and he's working with Senator Pat Koenig to try to get us some funding for these projects. So he said, stay tuned. The third activity is House Bill number 669, and this is entitled Seafood Research for Grand Isle. And Representative Joe Ogeron is sponsoring this bill, and it's to expand our oyster farm number 2 by 27.5 acres. So once that's expanded, we're going to have 40 acres for oyster farm number 2. This morning, I had the opportunity to travel to the state capitol and provide public testimony to support this bill. We had a lot of good comments from the Committee on Natural Resources and Environment. This is what the committee is supposed to do. They pass the bills, and then they go to the House, to the Senate side. So today, the bill was approved. So we're halfway there. It was approved by the House Committee on Natural Resources and the Environment, and now it's going to head to the Senate side. The last item I have is I was contacted by the program director with the ULL, University of Lafayette, Louisiana, Blanco Research Center. They're coming to Port Fourchon the morning of next Tuesday, March 31st, and when they finish there, they would like to come here to Grand Isle, and they requested a tour to be done, not only of the Grand Isle Port Commission facilities, but also some other attractions here in the town of Grand Isle. And so I offered to do this tour and coordinate this tour. We're going to have approximately 27 individuals coming here. And so the tour is going to last from 2 to 4. And thanks, Jan, for providing the tour bus and a driver. We're going to begin at the Wildlife and Fisheries Complex. And thanks, David, for coming. And we're going to do a welcome meet and greet. Thanks to Ronnie Sampe. He's going to come and give an overview of the Garden Club. Then we're going to hop on the bus and do the tour of the commercial dock, kayak launch, ADA fishing pier. And then we're going to go down to A-Port, Grand Isle Marina, the Tarpon Pavilion. And then we're going to stop at the State Park, and Jerome Holmes is going to hop on the bus, and we're going to do a quick driving tour of the State Park. And then the last thing we're going to do is a couple of walking tours of the bird track. They're very interested in walking that trail. And then we're going to do a walkthrough of the Wildlife and Fisheries Research Labs. And so these individuals tell me they've never been to Grand Isle. And so I think it's a unique opportunity to put our best foot forward and show these people around, and hopefully they'll come back. All of you are invited to participate in this tour if you would like to. From 2 to 4, let me know, and we'll squeeze you in. I have some copies of the detailed agenda if anybody would like to look at that. So that's my report tonight. Are there any questions or comments?
Any question for the board?
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Good job, sir. Thank you. Okay. Item 8, Madam Clerk.
We're on 10A. Friends of Grand Isle requesting to waive the rental cost for the use of the multiplex for their annual meeting Saturday, April 25th, 26th.
A joint motion, all in favor, signify.
Aye.
Any opposed? So be it, okay?
10B, budget appropriation request.
All right, let's see what we have with that.
Transfer $150 from Code 530711, office supplies, to Code 561311, office furniture and equipment. Transfer $1,500 from Code 520510, legal and professional, to Code 530710, office supplies. Transfer $5,320 from Code 520510, legal and professional, to Code 530910, repair and maintenance of building. Transfer $5,450 from Code 520510, legal and professional, to Code 5410, insurance general. Transfer $2,500 from Code 562312, beach maintenance and signs, to Code 562710, hurricane levee inspection. Number 2 is to add funds to the community center playground number 16 Add $4,122 to $5,423 general insurance.
Okay, any questions? If not,
Is that for the insurance for all of the playgrounds?
It's part of a liability, vehicles, it's several different things under general insurance.
So we're adding to the community center budget for that? or is it
Community
like
Center Playground number 16, we're adding
From the
4,100.
general fund to there?
No,
No.
just within 23.
Okay.
okay. Any other question? Need a motion?
Motion to accept.
Move by Cheeky, second by
I'll second.
Laura. All in favor, signify.
Aye.
Any opposed? So be it.
10C, tree trimming request, 167 Santney Lane. Mr. Ronnie could shed any light if y'all have any questions on that.
Yeah. Ronnie, you gonna get that checked out for us? Request for the
Yes,
check?
I've already been to the site, and I met with the people, and they agreed to go ahead and trim the tree. They're not going to remove it, and I want to make sure that the tree is not damaged in the process of doing that. So I told them how I wanted the tree cut, and they agreed, and we're going to proceed from there.
Okay.
Any questions y'all have about that?
I have a question for you on looking over the form. Is there a stipulation not to cut limbs over 3 inches, or why? There's a part on here that asks if the limbs are over 3 inches in diameter.
Yes, they are.
Yes.
Yeah, because we have and let me first say, looking at the picture, those limbs have to come down, or the house has to come down.
One or the
This-
other. Yeah.
It's definitely creating a hazard.
It's an insurance situation also, because they've already contacted the insurance people, and they came out and looked at the facility, and they said they would not issue insurance unless those branches were taken down.
Right, it needs to be done, but my question is on the 3-inch limb, because looking at it, it could be one of the limbs may be slightly over 3 inches in diameter.
Yep, both of them are.
Yeah, and, but we still need to cut them down. I was wondering why we have that stipulation in there about
I'm not-
asking if they're
It's
3
in the
inches or not.
ordinance. It's in the ordinance. I could get you all the verbiage on it.
Okay, all right. I guess my question is, if you cut a limb over 3 inches, that's over 3 inches in diameter, are you damaging the tree?
In this situation, they'll be able to save the tree, and the way the branches connect to the major part of the tree, they're going to be able to have it dressed out and sealed. Once that's done, the tree is in good shape again. So that's why I went over and looked at the situation, and the branches are over 3 inches, but for them to be able to buy this place, the insurance will not insure it unless those branches come down.
Right, understandable.
My concern was to make sure that the tree was saved, and it's going to be taken care of.
Okay, good. You've answered my question. Thank you very much.
Quite welcome.
Thank you, good job, thank you, sir. Okay, let's, item D, Madam Clerk.
Need a motion.
I'll make a
Oh,
motion.
motion, I'm sorry.
I'll second it.
Don't we need to talk about it if we want to?
The tree trimming?
Oh, sorry, I thought we were on to the next one.
Move
That
by,
was all.
Okay, so I'll make a motion, we move on the the trimming of the
I think
tree on
Lauren made a motion first.
167?
Lauren,
Yeah,
Lauren made the
second
motion.
motion.
okay, Lauren made the motion, second by James, all in favor, signify.
Aye.
Okay, item D, Madam Clerk.
10D, Laura Guidry requesting approval for the golf cart parade Saturday, July 4, 2026 at 1 p.m. The parade would start at the community center and end at Hurricane Hole with the use of one lane of Highway 1.
Okay. Chief?
I guess my question would be for Chief Hernandez. What plan do we have in place to ensure smooth traffic flow?
Well, like last year, we did the escort myself. We had 6 reserve officers in the middle with side-by-sides. We all had radios to contact each other. And of course, medics, fire, we would get notified, we'd clear the lane, which we had a little incident. We cleared the lane, ambulance came through, everything went smooth as can be. So, like I said, we will escort them through, and to make sure everyone's safety, we will be on board.
Thank you, Chief.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
My question is, being on how busy we know it is, because I saw last year vehicles going the opposite way. Somebody that didn't know the rules pulled to the side, formed a line, but somebody who did know the rules went to pass them up and almost collided into each other.
Okay.
So my thing is, we know how busy it is, why can't it be on the beach? Where it's safer, it's not as crowded as being on the road, knowing people have been all day, especially at 1 o'clock, been drinking, and especially with knowing children on the side of the road, some trying to run in and grab the candy and all that that's being thrown. Because, I mean, they're exiting off onto the beach
Right.
to drive. So why can't we just do it on the beach and do a loop?
Well, we're here to offer our service either way. If it's on the beach on Highway 1, we're here to offer our service for a safe and you know, ongoing parade either way. And I mean, that's up to the board to approve this, you know. But like I said, we're here for the safety of the community.
So, like you said, Chris, you can handle it. You can handle it either way, but in the meantime.
Yes, sir. Yep.
All right.
What was the time period for the parade from beginning to end? Do you recall?
On the time frame?
Yes.
It was, I wouldn't want to say it was like, no, it wasn't even 30 minutes from the starting point to Hurricane Hole. I think it was like 35, 40 minutes. Maybe, I think it may have been a little less, but I can find out. I mean, it wasn't
So
long.
under 1 hour.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Motion by Michael, second by Cheeky, all in favor, signify aye. Any opposed?
Nay.
Okay.
10E, 2025-26 beer and liquor license, Captain Pete.
Motion to accept.
Moved by Brian, second by Laura, all in favor, signify
Aye.
Any opposed, so be it, okay?
10F, budget appropriations request for the police department. I have a couple of sections. The first section is transfers. Transfer $335 from Code 5613, Office Furniture and Equipment, to Code 5309 for Buildings and Maintenance Repair. Transfer $100 from Code 5328, Small Tools, to Code 5305 for Miscellaneous. Transfer $300 from Code 5306, Travel and Other, to Code 5360 for Food for Prisoners. Transfer $200 from Code 5306, Travel and Other, to Code 5308. We're going to do it in two separate. This is the transfers.
Okay, and this is all being transferred all within interdepartment, all
Within-
from the police department
Yes.
funds, so it's,
All from 13.
right, nothing's coming from general fund or any other town fund?
13 is in general fund, but this is all being transferred within 13.
Yes, okay.
Okay. Need a
I'll make a motion.
Moved
I'll
by Laura,
second
second by Cheeky, all in favor, signify
Aye.
Any opposed, so be it.
The next one is for a fund additional request. This is a request to add funds in the amount of $2,000 to the vehicle repair maintenance account code 5312.
And that's.
Would y'all
coming
like
from-
me to read the rest of it?
And this is coming from where, the 2,000?
That's going to have to be added into the budget. It's general
From
fund.
general fund to his budget, correct?
General fund, 13 is in general fund,
Right.
yes, but it's all general fund funds.
Yeah.
What is number 13, like section of?
13 is the police department
Okay.
fund,
And we're talking about tires and brake repair, correct?
Yes.
yes.
So,
Motion to accept.
Moved by Brian,
Second.
second by Laura, all in favor, signify
Aye.
Any
Aye.
opposed? So be it. Okay? Okay. Council member requests?
No informational items, we could go on to James Jeremy.
okay. The only thing I'd like to talk about tonight is, again, with the levy and the mowing on the levy, and make sure that we all are in agreement what needs to be done. as far as protecting the levee. And I understand the mayor has spoken on this past meetings, and he says, without hearing from CPRA, when he requested, that he said, well, if no one's going to object, he's going to allow the mowing. I want to know if that's still the case, or what we're going to do about the mowing on the beach levee, the Grand Isle Beach levee.
We could give you an update right now.
So a few weeks back, on a Monday, I came down with CPRA, and we took a couple survey shots. So they had several sections of the levee cut, and everybody knows in the O&M manual, we're not supposed to cut the levee. Okay. So as of right now, we took survey shots trying to prove to the Corps that cutting the levee really, there's no differential settlement in it. So we took shots when it was thick. I mean, I was walking grass just as high as me versus a levee that was cut. We were within a tenth of difference.
Did you take shots of areas where it was cut to expose the sand?
Yes, we did.
Because,
So
Yeah.
so CPRA has this information. We took shots. We took it where it was really bald, where you can see sand, versus where it was really bushy, where you had a high step to get in there. There was no really loss of elevation. Then we took shots on the eastern end when it's just the green grass coming over. We took shots there, and then we took shots at another area where it was bushier, and there was really not that much settlement lost. So CPRA has this information. They're documenting everything, and they're going to present it to the Corps engineers to see what can we do about the manicuring of the grass. So we got different scenarios we tossing around right now. There might be, you can only cut on the land side, 8 inches thick, not the crown. But we have to pitch this to the Corps and show them the information data that we obtained. So right now, they're still working on that. CPRA is working on that right now to get to the Corps. So hopefully we'll get this information to them, and we can sit down and have a general meeting and see what they propose. You got to remember, we're unique. This is the only inhabited barrier island in the state of Louisiana that has a dune. So they're in the process of rewriting the manual, the operations manual. Right. So if this may be the time we could put some language in there, if the Corps agrees to it. I'm not saying they will, I'm not saying they won't, but we have to present the data that we find and try to prove to them that, if we trim it, what can we trim it to, how often we can trim it, and things of that.
is the current manual, the operating manual we have, is that the one dating back to 2007? Or
No,
has there been one in 2017?
No, sir, they have another one. I could pull it off my computer. I have it on my laptop. I don't know the date. I think the last manual may be 2017 or 19. I'm not sure. Mm-hmm. But with all the dune repairs and the rock renourishment and the 31 segments we are adding into it, they have to update the manual to make sure they stay in compliance. So when we do have a natural disaster, they always refer back to the manual. They don't come back and repair the levee until it's a major damage or category 3 or greater. So they have significant upgrades to the dune itself. Mm-hmm. Instead of having a 5-foot clay core, I think we have an 8-foot clay core. Mm-hmm. Things of that nature. They widen some of the slopes on some of these levees on the Gulf side. Mm-hmm. So I could pull my computer up and get you the last manual date just so we have it for reference. But currently right now, how I was understood, that they have comments from CPRA to the Corps on the new manual, and we trying to incorporate to see if they would not object to some type of trimming of the sand dune. So right now, we're still working on that. We don't know an answer. I can't give y'all yay or nay because I don't have that answer on me at this time.
Has anybody indicated a time frame when they will respond on this?
No, sir, they haven't, but I can push it through like we do the rest of our projects, stay on them and see if we can get an answer.
We had talked about it a few weeks ago, to try to get with the colonel.
Yeah, so we trying to get to it. So we got to remember, we've been knocking on the colonel's door and the Army Corps engineer's door for several years on the rocks. So we finally kicked the door down. We're getting the rocks in there. They upgraded our beach. I know the mayor and y'all were very, very, how can I say this? Verbal and saying that we don't want another dune repair until we get rocks. It doesn't make sense. So that's what they're currently doing. So if you look at it, That's what they are. Now, I'll say on the western end, where they got all that bit of panicum planted and things like that, that's still, you can still see sand. So that's a little sore spot over there. I don't know if we'll be able to cut that, but I have to wait for CPRA.
And over the
to
years,
have
that was the original plant that you see coming from.
Yeah, so
east
that's what's supposed to be on a sand dune.
But
But
the
now you got
sunflower
native,
was-
you
the
got native
sunflower's
plants.
not in there, you know, James.
I know,
Right.
you got native
Right.
plants that are
It's
taking
not.
over, but they're working on this. That's all I can say right now. I don't know a time frame, but like I said, I owe you a couple dates and some information. I will work on that and get that to you, sir.
Okay, I'd like to request, I don't know if the town, do we have a, Bonnie, Ms. Pizzani, would you know if we have a copy of the latest operating manual?
I think y'all do. I think because you kind of read some of it one time.
That was the 2007 was the latest one
So
that I had.
how about this? Let me get back to my computer and I'll see what we got. And if I have a copy, I'll put it on a thumb drive and I'll give it to Ms. Bonnie where she can make y'all copies.
Okay, that'd be great.
So
Thank
she
you.
don't,
'Cause-
because she's gonna ask me and I'm gonna have to dig through an email.
Right.
It's a large file.
Right.
I might have it on my computer, sir.
I know. Well, the good thing about the manual is that it also has all the shop drawings for the building.
It's 923 pages,
Right.
plus
Up-
some more.
Up from 852 of the 2007 manual.
So every year the manual
Yeah.
gets updated and they get different things in it. So there's a lot of information on there. So as soon as I can get to that computer, I'm gonna pull it out and actually, I don't mind staying after the meeting, we can thumb through it.
Oh, great. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And also, I'd like to talk about the even garbage billings that I think we're striving for. We've had discussions about it, but I feel that before we could move forward with it, we have to first have our budget in place and see where we stand and what exactly we'll need to be able to pay our bills with garbage. Because we do have stipulations in there to deal with people who are on low income. And we have to make sure that we can continue that and take care of our people here on the island also.
That's exactly what we
I'm
voted
sorry?
on. That's what we worked on, to make sure for our
Yes,
residents. at the
right.
time, yes.
And what I'm talking about is the even billing, where we don't, to see if we had a point where we don't need to differentiate between the homestead exempt and those not homestead exempt on there. So everybody pays what the cost of picking up the garbage and hauling it away would be. And I think we're, a couple of months, you'd say, before we'd be able to have the information necessary? Right. And you and I spoke this week, we talked about, we have parts of the budget right now that are done, and we're just continuing on with it. So, I'll stay
I know
on
you've been
top.
talking. Bonnie
Yes.
told me you've been talking to him about it.
Right.
She did tell me.
Right, I mean, and we'll stay on top of it, and if it's something we can do, I would certainly encourage the board to consider it, but at the same time, the town does, come rain or shine, the town is responsible for paying our garbage bill to our contractors, so it's a matter where we have to make everything work together, so.
Okay.
That being said, I'll turn it over to Councilwoman Stelly.
Reminder, Easter egg hunt, April 4th at 10 a.m. There's going to be a photo op. We got Chef Nick coming in with food, Snowball with Isolicious, face paint again, and also officially we got a huge blow-up obstacle course. So that's going to be fun for the older kids. And Monday, I'm getting a ton of eggs this year, so we'll have lots and probably even more for next year too. So please invite everybody. It's going to be a great time. The Easter egg hunt's free. So also, I wanted to ask and see, because it has been brought up, the injection well. Have we gotten anything about the injection well that's supposed to be on the island?
Well,
Does anybody know?
what I know about is the initial end of public comment on it was supposed to be January 27th of this year. Due to errors in their advertising, they extended it initially to February 3rd, and then I was told they extended it again. I wouldn't assume it would have been extended past February 27th, but I don't know that for sure. But when they end public comment, the panel, I believe it's a 3-member panel, they'll have 120 days to consider it before they present their findings, whether they're going to approve it or not. So that being said, it'd be March, April, May, June, probably around the 4th of July, we could expect to hear whether it's approved or not. I'd say by the 4th of July, we should know.
It's very informative.
And again, from what I understand it, it's the only thing that it's a licensing change, and it's going from a private injection well where the owner of the injection well only put their drilling waste into it to incorporating the third party who owns the well now, it's a commercial license. Now it went from private to commercial because the third party will be operating and maintaining the wells, and they'll be charging for the same original customer to put the same product in that's coming from, I believe it's the West Delta Block 30. So the injection well has been in place since 1993. I believe there are 3 of them on the island. And the only thing that is changing is the licensor of it. It's going from a private license to a commercial license. So I would be very shocked if the committee didn't approve it. But we'll know by 4th of July, hopefully. Okay?
Thank you. Also, clarity, just from this meeting, Joe, the lights for the baseball field, people are asking, were they donated from Entergy, or is it coming from the community center? Energy? Okay, that's what people are asking. Just lights. Town's gonna buy the bracket? Okay, that's what people were asking. Okay, cool. And then this is just for like a talk of topic, trying to see, where is the progress with low-income housing? Is there like anything
I'm glad you
happening?
brought that up. Yes, we was in Washington with the levy board. We was in Washington with the levy board association last week, a couple of weeks ago, and met with Cassidy and Kennedy and their little offices and talked to them. And in the booklets, like we went to Washington, we talked about the levees, the pumps, and what we do in the town, the levy board, of the drainage system and all. Then we brought up about the housing, workforce housing. Cassidy, Joe could tell you, and Babu could tell you that Cassidy was very positive. Talked to him a good while. We finally, of all the years we've been, but to let you know, we talked directly to the senators. And then Steve Cleese called us in the Capitol. We walked in the Capitol. We sat him in the Capitol. And the three or four things that we issued was talking about the housing of the Coast Guard station. Veronica, the lady up there in Texas, she started emailing back and forth, but she had quit a while. And what happened is Cassidy, Kennedy, and Steve Scalise are going to get on it. They're going to get in touch with the commander, the head doctor for the Coast Guard. What's the runaround on this? What's going on? So the governor at the same time admitted to us that he's got money to help us out with all that. You know that. Y'all was in that meeting. Yeah. So we pushed that to tell them that it's workforce housing or bringing people back to Grand Isle. And like I said, they was all excited. I told them, we got a nice park that can be refurbished. Well, we all went together for that. You know that. Mm-hmm. And when we told them that the governor's still on board with it, it made a big difference. So we have a little team that we're working with right now, and they're looking to evaluate. And like I told you last meeting, the guy that was in that meeting talked about the housing that the federal government was looking at, buildings that was just abandoned or stuff like that. So they all gave us a positive. Boo could tell you, they just like they told us. Mm-hmm. But we talked to the aides at the time. You remember that? Mm-hmm. But we got to meet with the senators and the congressmen right there. And Joe had explained everything, how what the council felt like, and where we at. So they're on top of it as we speak. Never heard nothing. That's the first time that I get a commitment from them, and Boo can tell you that they really see that's an opportunity. And in the meantime, we brought them back and said, kind of mentioned, why don't you bring some of the Coast Guard back with their families, like it was in the 50s and 60s and whatever. So we put all that together. But when you talk directly to a senator instead of one of the leading guys that take the notes over, but when you got them, and Joe could tell you that, and Boo could tell you, it was amazing the feeling you got when it comes from a senator's heart. Be like you, as a councilwoman, talking to somebody, because you represent, Grand Island, or talking to any one of us. But it was amazing the touch that we felt that looked like it makes sense. And all of them told us at the time, they said, this is the deal. We're going to go ahead and we're going to call the higher-ups, the commanders for the Coast Guard, and see what's going on. It makes sense. We showed them all the pictures, the books that we had. We had a picture of everything, showing the grass. And we got a picture of the guy with a sickle trying to cut the grass, a Coast Guard. And by the way, I brought up that, some of the Coast Guard, they are renting on the island, but some of them are staying in Houma. These homes could be fixed. So, that's just, we hit every angle we can to kind of sell a picture to them. And believe it or not, we got a good response, right, Joe?
Action lines are currently right now at Senator Kennedy is going to write a one-pager. His words was he didn't need a Bible, he just wants the facts. So all the emails that we currently got from Veronica and whoever about this, we get this stuff and let them know a timeline. Second thing is, the state of Louisiana needs to issue a
Appraisal, right, appraisal.
Appraisal. So we're gonna appraise it. They told us they're gonna lock it in where they don't have no other entity, the realtor come in and buy this house. So once that's done, then we can see where we at, on how much this is gonna cost us versus appraisal versus we get fixed. We were very adamant, saying the longer we wait, the worse it's gonna be. So it doesn't look bad, but we haven't crawled now.
Yeah.
So I believe we do have elevation shots. I was gonna get those elevation certificates to them, just as supplemental information, but once we get the appraisal needs to come from the state. The town does not have the funds
Right.
to do the appraisal. So we gotta give him a
And you-
one-pager,
yeah.
and give that to him, to his aide, so they can get it. So I will have that finished up probably at the end of this week, beginning of next, get him that information, get all those documents in there, so he'll have it, then we'll follow up with him. You have to keep looking like that.
Yeah.
Not all.
It's my understanding that the Coast Guard has done the survey separating the base housing from the base, and they've turned the property over to the General Accounting Office, Federal General Accounting Office. And the General Accounting Office, they did their appraisal of the property, and the governor, Governor Landry, has said he has the funds, he will get the funds to purchase it.
So I think we give you $1,000. We're gonna need names, because if I go to Kennedy and say, this is done, and he goes, well, hell, what's their name? I don't have it. We have to give them names. I wanna make sure that everything's documented, everything's 100% accurate, so we can push this through, because he was very upset.
Right, no, what I'm saying is they've done their appraisal, now the state has to do their appraisal, and then they negotiate it. It's generally how it was done.
So we gotta find out where the negotiation is at.
Right, because the governor's gonna try to pay less than what the GAO says.
But we had some rumors flying around that another agency, another realtor was coming in.
Yeah.
So they put a block. So
That's
what we
exactly
gotta
what
do
it is.
is we gotta follow up, keep our foot in the gas, we're gonna give this one pager, we're gonna have contact names. When we talk to somebody, we need to document, Joe Drew has spoke to this person on this date. Full name and a detailed correspondence. So once we have that, we'll have a record in place, where we can go back up there again and say, guys, we're doing our part, we need help. And I truly believe the congressman we talked to, that they want, because they are all very, Troy Carter is very, very much interested. So all this one pager, not just going to Kennedy, I'm gonna send it to everybody.
Yeah,
We're gonna
right.
say, look, let's push this. Only as better as one versus just many different things. You do this, do this. Give them all this information and let them push it through, and we're gonna see how the chips fall.
And Troy Carter is in charge of housing.
Right, he's our representative, that's about all he does, that's his specialty.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
he sat with us, and his whole staff. It was amazing to see the four that we met, and they were right there. Kennedy, Cassidy, and Troy Carter, and Steve Scalise. We were right there in the Capitol, and it was amazing. They just stopped everything and took time, and the little aides come in, it's time to leave. No, we want to finish this. So to answer your question, we're moving forward on it. It's the act of Congress, but we got to call it the Pope. We got
Yeah.
to them.
Yeah.
That's where we're at.
The reason I brought it up was because I got the privilege to attend the Wildlife and Fishery Banquet and a couple weekends ago, and just hearing, talking to a bunch of different people there, I've come to learn LumCon, and it's like a marine university.
Right.
There's one in Homa, but there's also one in Cocodrie that's huge. It's like open, I think it's open, if I'm understanding, 7 days a week, the one in Cocodrie. You could go see marine stuff, you can learn stuff. It's also people coming from all over. I've heard people come from different states
Yeah.
to come and research. I am for low-income housing. I see a lot of property on the island that would be great and beneficial to that. I just wanted to bring idea to help bring more tourists, to help bring more research, more fun things for the kids. And LumCon, I think, would be a great place, being it's federal, and probably could go into that spot that y'all want low-income housing, where we have a bunch of property on the island in the middle where it can also be for low-income housing as well. So I just wanted to just pop that idea and see how talking goes, because I want to plan to go to Cocodrie to go see how one of these are, and because one of the women told me this is amazing for kids to go in and attend to. And
That's what we're trying to do, the family and the kids.
yeah, but this would be a LumCon where the Coast Guard housing is, and maybe think of putting low-income housing on big open properties on the island. But it's just an idea of just talking to people and just seeing how that might just get people talking, just to see what y'all think, you know?
On Grand Isle, we're also very fortunate that we have the Wildlife and Fisheries Labs
Yeah.
right here,
Yeah.
which allows us access to a lot of the scientists, marine biologists.
And my
some of the-
understanding, it's two separate things. It's, and so, and like, because I think this one, it's like open 24/7, if I'm not, or open a good day, 7 days a week, where the lab is pretty much locked up, you know,
Right.
restricted. So just an idea, just
Okay,
things
that's
that I've
fine.
learned when going
Okay.
to the banquet, so just trying to pitch that.
We're
so,
all on the same
to bring
page.
more tourists down and
Yes,
such.
but right now is, as Joe just said, now is the time to strike. The iron is hot. If
Well,
if-
listen, when
if
we went up there with y'all
yeah,
and we went this last go-around, it's a big difference.
Yeah.
Because we talked to the higher-ups, right,
Right.
the aides, y'all know that. And listen, every board guys that was next in line, the meetings all, they said, we finally got the senators on, the aides are sitting behind, writing, when you speaking, to be writing, and made all the difference in the world. And he could tell you that, Babu could tell you that, they were so excited because we got to talk to the congressmen and the senators, one-on-one, with their staff behind us.
So if they're asking for
Yeah. That's
appraisals
exactly right.
to move forward,
Okay.
I suggest we hurry and get that
Yeah.
done.
What else you have? Anything else?
That's it.
Okay, thank you.
Thank
All
you.
right, Laura?
Ms. Bonnie, do we have any plans in place on, like, enforcing gas, around the gas meters, how people need to keep them clean and orderly for the people to go and read them, the employees? Okay, because I had a couple people complain to me about a couple places, so I didn't know if, like, there was a way that we can enforce it.
Yeah, we could move on.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
All right.
That's it?
That's it, thank you. Brian?
All right, Joe, where we stand on this valve we've been talking about putting by Wakeside with these tidal surges that always coming in?
Right.
Okay.
So it looks, and I'll get to.
Can we maybe start getting
It
them?
looks like an invert's wrong. Looks like it's ran the wrong way.
Okay.
Right, so we gotta make sure we fix that. If that's the case, we're gonna have to rip up the driveway. So we didn't put the culvert there, I think that's in DOT right away.
Okay.
We gotta figure out who did that. There's a lot of things we need to address with that area too. Substation, the catch basin is that higher than LFA one, it makes no sense. So we work on that. Let me, once we start this road repair, let me get in there and.
Can we maybe possibly start a design where?
We have one, I'll have to pull up.
Okay.
Because basically, all it is a valve that we're gonna set in the
All right, next thing, myself and Joe went today, we went ride down Carmen Lane with the high tide. The water's coming in a lot. So me and Joe met with one of the property owners, and we kind of got a game plan. He's going to write something up and maybe present it at the next meeting on what we're trying to do to try to resolve some of this water that's coming up just on regular high tide.
So what we discussed is, we need to get a survey of the street. We just can't go in there and say, we're gonna put a bulkhead.
Correct.
We gotta elevate the road, we need some type of survey form.
Yep.
So when I come back to the next meeting, I'll give y'all a survey cost proposal, what it's gonna take to go down the street, survey, we'll catch all existing drains, utilities, if you have a fire hydrant or whatnot, looking at it, see how we can elevate the road, make it drain, with a little slope, so it doesn't flood everybody. We have one low spot in the middle of the road where it camps is at. Just looking at it, if we raise the road, he's gonna pond water. So that's the things that we need. We can't do none of the other items without this survey.
Correct.
That's the first thing we need to see with the existing ground.
Yep, correct. All right, my last thing, can we send an email to the Water Division with Jefferson Parish just to get an update on the timeline for the completion of this work on LA1? I know we're getting into our busy season. The last couple weekends, or actually the last couple of days, the traffic's been kind of bad, and they got like 4 sections they doing work. So if we can just possibly send an email, what is their completion estimated
We
date?
could call Cindy.
Okay.
But I was told they're gonna go right here to look, right here to the street.
I
They're
was
trying to
told
get
that,
out-
but I heard they was jumping from here and going back to the end
Yeah, right,
over there.
right.
Right, almost around where,
The bridge, right toward the bridge side.
right before Bridgeside, and
Right.
continuing from there going towards the bridge and tie in. Right, so yeah, it's across from Burley Lane.
Verdi Lane, that's right, Verdi Lane.
I think that's by Doug Dewey's house.
Water table, that's what they complained.
They couldn't do it with the water table.
The water table was way higher than it was 5 months ago.
Yeah.
2 months ago. They
Yeah.
got in trouble going back that way.
They should have started over there.
Yeah,
Gotta get 2 pumps.
So if we can
we'll check it out.
possibly
Get with
send an
Cindy.
email so we can have an update for our next meeting,
Yeah, we'll get with Cindy. Jan, we'll get with Cindy with the Jefferson Parish.
and that's
Get
all I
an
have.
update. Okay? Boo?
Ian is working on like Everville, they still flood over there, the water still, and when it rains, is there any way, I talked to Joe, and Carlos wasn't there, they could dig a ditch where that water could drain to the culvert, some kind, the man's supposed to put a culvert, but he never did. And every
Yeah.
time, Denise and Junior gotta pass their culvert through that water, every time it rains, it just sits there, don't go
Right.
anywhere.
Ian Caulfield has contacted the owners numerous times, so finally,
Right, he did
he went home, got a shovel, and he dug the ditch yesterday.
Yep.
That's so that it would drain. He's hoping it will drain all the water off of Iberville, but there is a
It will
concern.
for a little while, but it's
Yes,
sand. It's gonna
right.
spill back in.
Right, and there is a concern that the man who poured the concrete may have done it outside of the specs, or what
They
you
were
agreed on.
supposed to put a culvert when they built.
Yes, and the problem being, the owner died about 4 months ago. Well, as a result, everyone who lives down Iberville, they have to go through, you could, usually 6 inches of water with salt in there every time they want to get out of their house. So, like I said, Mr. Caulfield went and dug a temporary ditch, hoping that'll help out, ease the situation, but I agree with Councilman Sciano, a permanent solution has to be sought on this.
We can
And
look at
that may entail removing concrete.
Okay. We're gonna work on that.
Iberville is like Carmen Lane. The street is loaded in everybody's property.
Would that be moving
It does,
concrete on private property?
yeah, it is on private property that they constructed the concrete
Person that passed?
outside of the permit.
It's right by the road, and he put the cement right there where he should have put a culvert. where he was
Supposed to put a code, right.
And
Okay.
it's
We'll
my
make a note of that.
understanding, talking with Mr. Caulfield, this second pouring of concrete was done without permit.
Right.
So, it's
You said
something
a man
needs.
died? You said a man
And
died?
the man, the property owner,
But he's still family.
he
Yeah, his sons,
died.
His daughter,
Yeah,
somebody's there.
or someone has it, but I don't believe it's being used right now. So, and
We'll have to
the
look
way
at
the, you know,
Okay.
it may be a bigger problem when they come and resurface LA1. It's not going to make it better, you know? So,
Okay,
it's,
make it order, yes. Yes, ma'am.
Who does oversee this? Because I know this is not the first time, because I think, Daddy, don't you have that problem happening? And
Yes.
you have to take them to
Yes.
court?
Yes.
Isn't there a planning and zoning board in Grand Isle?
Yes.
Who oversees these and who checks them and makes sure? Because I know when I did some, remember, Chris, when I did mine and you were on that job? I had to put my culverts and I had to put them in my yard and do them properly, even though I own the property all around me. But I still did it. But who's doing this? Because they're pouring cement and letting them pour cement left and right.
let me, s-
Right.
Go back on the contract. Is the contractor still alive?
Yeah, that's a good question you have about who didn't catch it. But what we have to realize, right now, we have one man, one person in the whole permit department.
No, I understand,
And,
but we're missing the
and he has to check all of the permits that's going on at one time on Grand Isle.
He's loaded right
And
now.
Grand Isle has more permits going, open at one time than just about any other location,
But isn't it the
locale.
planning and zoning board, what do they do? Shouldn't they be looking over this and making sure that that's on there?
Well, what we have right now, if you notice, if someone wants to come and do something outside of permit or illegal, they'll come on a weekend. Usually when you see people working on a Saturday and Sunday, good chance they're up to something that they shouldn't be.
Saturday and Sunday, nothing but red tags. I talked to him today. He said, nothing but red tags. They come on the weekend, they want to do what they got to do. So, like you said, the case that you're talking about your dad at the time, his place drains, the neighbor at the time, I remember that. The neighbor at the time came back, and they were supposed to go back and let that drain, the water go out. And then it went to court. Went to court, you're talking about with your dad stuff. I remember David, Michelle, and Ian went, tried to talk, and there was no talk and stuff like that. So we had to bring him to court. So we brought him to court.
Same thing that's coming up that the booth's talking
Right.
about.
That's what I'm talking about. So they come get a permit, the contractor comes put it in, and like I said, Shelley, they just go to the road thinking that's the right way to go. But it ain't fair to the neighbors that's going down. So what we're doing is, like I said, with the court, with Chip and Cam and all that, and like I said, the contractor, and they even went, David and Michelle even went to try to, go cut the cement. Him and Ian, kind of like you just heard, Ian going with a shovel. But they tried, go back and cut it out, and they wouldn't do it. So the next step is going to court.
You said they were served the summons,
Yeah,
but it never was followed up on after
yeah,
that.
yeah. So we're gonna find out where we at with that.
That brings up another thing, Mr. Mayor. I don't know what the situation is, but since we only have one building inspector right now,
Right.
and all the work we just pointed out that goes on the weekends.
Right, and he's
Does he have call-out pay or?
Yes, we paid him.
Because I know I felt bad bothering him one Sunday.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh, yeah, for that issue, yeah.
Yeah, but, I mean, is he on standby, or does
Oh,
he
he
have
worked,
standby pay?
he worked Saturday and he worked Sunday. Yeah, he does. I told him, go work. They coming now.
So,
He does.
I'm sorry? So,
What's that?
what I'm asking is, like, is it okay to call him on the weekends on a Sunday like that? Or
Oh, yeah.
is he on standby pay? Does he get that, or can he?
Yeah, he punches in and out. I mean, that's what he does. He does.
Okay.
He works at the girls, look at the time card.
Yeah.
In fact, he told me that this evening. He said, David, I put more red tags this week, Saturday and Sunday. He worked a little later, but he went to spend time with his daughter. And all. I mean, I
Right.
talked to him a good while today about it,
But I mean, if something, if someone wants to do something they can't get a permit for,
Yeah.
you could bet it's gonna be done on a Saturday or Sunday.
Yeah, and he's been babysitting it.
Sure.
Yes, And like I said, we working closely with the guy.
Maybe give
coming-
somebody off on a Monday or a Tuesday and let them work on a Saturday or a Sunday. Oh, not Sunday, that's the Lord's Day.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, and then maybe give Ian a boost up since we don't, since David.
Well, that's what he's doing right now. He's,
Ian currently works on Saturdays and Sundays.
right. That's
Yeah.
what he does.
Okay.
That's what he does. He
So
goes out.
when the issue comes up, I don't have to feel bad about calling him.
No,
Okay,
no.
good.
I know the situation you was in that day they
Yeah,
called. Yeah.
right.
So anytime you see something like that, I mean, he's on call, he's there. He's
Okay.
there. So, anyway, okay. Other than that, that's it? All right, in my report, I just want to let y'all know that I want to thank the police department chief. Y'all been putting many hours, and I see that, with all the stuff coming in and working out, you and your deputies, and know, working with the fire department, Brian, your team, and working, you know, with the water department, you know, Turkle with Jefferson Parish, and my town employees, all the girls and all the town employees, you know, and we got a little crisis going on with the building department, but we're going to keep on taking our time. We still deal with a guy named Nick that gives us a little advice, work with Ian. And like I said, things are going well. Working with Cynthia Lee, talking to her, and she was in Washington the other day, and I told her, give us an update where we're at, that the people of the island, they're coming down. So, you know, especially Mr. Weldon can tell you earlier, we're going to be working a good bit till June, the end of June at the Capitol. Because Grand Isle's on the map. All the Grand Isle's on the map to make these projects happen, to bring the money in. And like I said, we work together as a team between the levy board guys, the council, the good ideas that y'all have, you know, and the people that want to love this place is unbelievable. Everywhere I go is amazing. We love Grand Isle. We love Grand Isle. So we encourage them to come in. Have a little more patience. We're trying to get the little blacktop done so the golf carts can get out of here. We're just coming up to the street right here, and then we're going back that way. And like I said, we did find the money to $50,000 to come in Wisteria Street, which they wanted me to come up with, but looked like Pat Connick and working with little Timmy through Jefferson Parish, our councilman, and working with Joe Osro, and our councilman in Jefferson Parish is pushing that. There's some money available left, and we think we can make that happen. The cost of $50,000 to put that culvert in, and that's going to put that pump station on that end of Wisteria to pump out LA1. By doing that, you're legit showing that you can get the water off the road. So to get that $50,000, that's going to put in, we're going to come in, move our gas line like they want us to move it, put that culvert through where it can go to the bay and to the pump station. So that's going to help that area there. So, and then the catch basin, I mean, you're talking about the bridge side, the tide coming up. So you're looking from Plum Street going toward that way. As of this year, we think that if we could put that pump in, that would make a big difference on a rainy day. Right now, you know, if we get 4 inches, get 3 inches, 5 inches, whatever it is right now, we're going to take it. But there's more money available coming to bring the road up higher. And then we're trying to deal with Lafourche Parish, like Joe said, for that north wind or that storm comes to the east, it's going to tear up LA1 for us to evacuate. So it's a bad situation there. So there's a lot of stuff going on. And I'm really proud of this board and what we do together, working closely again. I'm going to repeat it again. That's the most projects that we ever had together as a team, all working together. And listen to your ideas. People love it. They want to come in. So we're on the right track. Just keep a lot of prayers. It's going to make it a lot easier. People want this place. Everywhere we go, like I said, on behalf of all of us, I want to thank you all tonight for your ideas that you have. Have a little patience. Bring your families in. We're going to come in. We got a bunch of asphalt that came in. We're going to keep on working on the levees to make sure that the golf carts go across because the tourists are coming. And that's what we're going to work on. Mr. Rana, you and your wife and your team, putting the signs up. They might not be right, whatever, they disappear, but at least we come back and we try to warn the people. So let's have a little more patience, a little more prayers, and it's only going to get better. So other than that, all right, go ahead.
Maximum it could be 4 tons. You know, in that manual, we have 91, 2004, 16. I don't have 20, and I have the draft of 2025 on my computer. So I'm putting it on the jump drive, the draft. Draft is not finalized yet, but it's over 1,000 pages. Almost 2.
Okay. All right, need a motion to adjourn?
Okay.
Moved by Booth,
Lot of
second by
reading.
Cheeky. All in favor, say aye.